everyone, welcome to the Red Rose Tavern. Yeah, I'm dressed up for 80s night. Don't worry about that. Let's worry about some of the cool food we have here. And we got a whole bunch of catching up to do here. A lot of tasty stuff, so let's go through it. We'll begin with the drink. You got Gaston's famous brew right here. Doesn't really have a smell to it, so we'll see when we get into it. We have the Beast's Forbidden Burger. It is heavily stacked, as you can see here. You get a good angle on that. Tons of fries as well, and a little bit of tomato topper on the top. I think it's a tomato. It looks tomato to me. So, nice little stem there.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the last is the Grey Stuff Gateau. So it's a cake-style version of the Grey Stuff. Different than the Grey Stuff Twist, which I've reviewed before. Go check out that old episode if you have the chance. There's a lot of food. But I've eaten almost nothing all day, so I'm going to take this down, and I'll see you in just a bit. So yeah, I finished it. I was a bit hungry. One of the cool things I want to point out is actually the garnish on here. So you got the little pepperoncini, it looks like. You got a little chunk of the meat, and you got a tomato. This is kind of nice little, fancier than your standard, oh, here's just a regular little sword in your burger or something. I'll just bring that up. Burger itself seems big on the plate, and it feels bigger in my hands. I had to angle it to just try to get it into my mouth. It is a lot of food. It is a very big burger, and if you have a big appetite, it'll definitely work for that. But I'll break down a few points on this one. First off, the pastrami was pretty good. Now, I want to point out that there is two locations near me that both make god tier level pastrami. So if I'm considering those locations like 10s, I would see this one as like a 7, 7.5. So definitely above your average. So pretty good, but not mind-blowing. What makes the burger work really well is the pickles. They were fresh on mine, they were nice and crispy, and it just makes this little crunch, just adds a little extra to the texture and a little extra to how you eat it. The sauce was wonderful. It was this kind of spicy, sweet flavor to it. So if you don't like it hot, you're probably not going to like this that much. But if you want it and just a little bit of a sweet aftertaste to it, it's a really nice touch. It blends incredibly well with the meat and the pickles. I think under any other circumstances, if I hadn't had any lunch, I could handle this. I think if I had had lunch, I'm not sure if I could handle the whole thing. I think you really need to be hungry to do this one or have a monster appetite. A beast-sized appetite, if you will. But overall, this is probably one of the better burgers. Not even one of them. Yeah, I'd probably rank this up as probably in the top 3 of burgers I've had at Disneyland, including event burgers like the All-American Burger, which was great. But eating that burger made me very, very thirsty. So let's take a nice swig of this bad boy. It is very fruity. It is like the best fruit punch I've ever had. It's really good. Yeah, that is there lychee in this? I guess there's lychee in this. No, I'm being told there's not. This is great. This is like an awesome berry fruit punch kind of thing. It's very sweet. It's kind of cute that they do the foam, so it's kind of like a fake beer kind of thing without actually being alcoholic at all. At least I don't think it's alcoholic. I've had 4 of these already. I hope it's not. This is my first one. I really like it. I don't think it would work well with a spicy burger, but because I have my fries after my burger, it works perfectly fine. This actually might just be worth just stopping by just to grab one of these, honestly, if you just need a cold drink and you don't really want to do like a soda anymore or a milkshake or something like that, and you just want something quick and delicious. I really like this. This is really good. Alright. Here's the Grey Stuff in its Gateau form. You can see it has little crust bottom there. It's very swirly, sprinkles. Oh! Oh! Set that down. That could have ended badly. Okay, guess I'm going to take my first little bite here, since that's what everyone wants to see. I'm ruining the prettiness of it. Yeah, it's like a coffee flavor almost. Let's get that cake inside. We'll just have layers of frosting here. The cake is chocolate. Frosting, it's really good. It's like with the twist, it tastes like hazelnut. It's not as hazelnutty as in the frosting form. I really like it though. There's a nice, unique flavor to it. Might be hazelnutty, just in the frosting form, just tastes a little different. Yeah, I'm still picking away at this, so you can tell it's recommended. I haven't broken off a chunk of the little crust here, so I can probably get to that quick. It's not right. Oh, there it goes. Let's try this if I can get it out. It's a crust piece. Yeah. Oh, it's like it's very pastry, very much like a pastry, kind of almost like a. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. What is it called? Shortbread. It reminds me of a very sweet shortbread or a sugar cookie, which just adds so much more to this. Yeah, this is definitely a get. You have to get this because it's chocolate cake. It's this delicious frosting. It's like a sugar cookie or a shortbread cookie kind of base here. Sprinkles just for added color. Yeah, I really like this. This is. I should have gotten this sooner. Okay, well now that we've finished up the Grey Stuff Gateau, a couple other thoughts on it. One, the cake, initially what I tasted was chocolate. As we got further into it, it's kind of a chocolate red velvet mix. I also found a couple berries in there. It's a really interesting type of cake. I really liked it actually. The Grey Stuff, I call it frosting. It's kind of a frosting mousse. Really, really good. Still can't quite get down what the flavor is exactly, but I really enjoyed it. And it actually makes it unique amongst a lot of the desserts here, because it's not your standard, oh, it's just vanilla, oh, it's just strawberry, oh, it's just whatever. It's its own unique flavor, which I really do appreciate. And the sprinkles themselves aren't just regular sprinkles. They're little kind of pearl-like things, kind of little crunchy pearl things. It's hard to come up with a proper word for them. I'm sure there is, and I just don't know it, and I'm looking like an idiot right now. Someone's yelling on the computer, I know what it is. But it all comes together really well to make a pretty good dessert. Plus, when you're done, if you don't chip away at the cookie like we did, you can have a nice little cookie of, stuff on top. Kind of like getting like a Christmas cookie almost, but it's spatterings of Grey Stuff and cake. It's still good though. Overall, this is a great dessert choice. It's arguably one of the best desserts in the entire park, just because it has a uniqueness to it. Funnel cake and churros might be crowd pleasers. This is a more unique experience, and I do appreciate that because, you can only have so much funnel cake, you can only have so many churros, you can only have so many beignets before you're like, yeah, that's a beignet, that's a churro, that's a funnel cake. But when you have something that's very unique, it sets it apart. And it's not like I can go down to a completely, I can't go to Golden Horseshoe and just get this. So, because of that, I really do recommend this because this is a unique experience. Just as a, hey, I want to try something different today, this is the different thing to try on the dessert side of things. And it is one of the things that does help set Red Rose Tavern apart from other restaurants here at Disneyland. Alright, so overall, I gotta say, I've eaten here several times, and Red Rose Tavern is probably one of my favorite sit-down places. It is technically quick service, but I consider it a sit-down just because you have the nice locations here, and you have two different zones. You have one of the more bar zone, one looking a little more castle. Both are very nice, and great places for the family. You're going to hear the nice instrumental versions of the songs from the movie, and including a song from the stage version. In addition to that, you do have a good amount of options for your meals. You have chicken, you have burgers, you have fries, you have poutine. And if you've seen any of my reviews of the food here, I rarely find something I complain about unless it's like a limited time item that just doesn't quite live up to my standards. For those of you wondering, there is an East Coast version of this at Disney World, at the Magic Kingdom at Disney World, or however you want to see it. And it is called the Be Our Guest Restaurant, which is really awesome, honestly. In terms of theming, it does kind of blow this place out of the water, as you have like the library, you have the talking suits of armor, you have the grand dining hall. I mean, they almost like took setting scenes from the movie and made them the locations you can sit at. The food options there are very, very French. Like it is essentially French food, such as croque monsieurs, croque madames, meat and cheese platters, and in the morning even mimosas, making it a little bit of a different experience than here. However, I like both for different reasons. This place does kind of have like a weird mix of like semi-French, some stuff that kind of tiptoes near France, but a lot of it is essentially kind of pub food in various variations. But I like pub food, and it's nice to get some pub food at Disneyland sometimes when you're tired of, pizza and ham and hot dogs and any of that kind of stuff. You can have some more unique things over here because the menu does have a few unique items that really sets it apart. However, if you are hitting the East Coast, as I said in my various Disney World videos, I really do recommend the Be Our Guest restaurant. It is really awesome between the theming and the food quality, and it is just... But overall, I like both restaurants. I think the East Coast is a little bit better just because I like the Frenchiness of it. But if I'm ever going to the park, probably one of the first places I'm going to say, where do you want to eat? Red Rose Tavern is almost always one of the firsts on the list, alongside Golden Horseshoe and Hungry Bear, excuse me. I forgot the name of it. I was like, the bear one. Hungry Bear, yes. So, yeah, this place is Eat the Magic approved. Check it out when you have the chance, because there's some good food here. And until next time, remember to like and subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications. Check out our links in our bio that go to our Instagram and our Ko-Fi and all sorts of other cool stuff. And until next time, you'll probably find me in the Red Rose Tavern eating the magic.